Go through the signing day process of it. Obviously, a lot of people were hinting at, like you were saying, that you were going to pick USC, obviously them being huge rivals, USC and UCLA. Was there a certain level of maybe like pettiness or trickery that you wanted to put in? Because we've seen a lot of these recruits, both with football and with basketball, they kind of troll them in a way. And was it directed at anybody if there was? Like I know we were talking about in the last interview you had, your mother has ties with USC. Was there any kind of like shots you were taking at USC people that you know? If that was the approach you took?
It was like all over Twitter. Twitter was going crazy when SC beat UCLA. They was going crazy. They was posting like the little Michael Jordan sad face over the logo, the Bruin logo on the field, and then put like and had like fire underneath it, like showing like they were that they was like they destroyed him. I was like, y'all didn't destroy him. Beat him in the fourth quarter with the last 15 seconds. I was like, that's not how you say that you won a game. You had to win off the last 15 seconds. It was just the defense. The defense provided all game, but it was just that last drive. SC wanted it more. But the throwing the shade and stuff, they was throwing shade all week against each other. They was like, Kirkwood don't want to go to SC because this. Kirkwood don't want to go to UCLA because of this, and this. That they was posting. That's why Kirkwood decommitted. He about to come to SC. And then they was like, nah, he just decommitted to step back and see what he wanted, but his true home go to UCLA. I was just like every day. Then on Instagram, it was even worse because it was like people like the SC fan pages was tag me and things like they was like, we know you coming there. It's like make the move. I'm like, you don't even know yet. You don't even know where I'm going. Everybody just posting like he decommitted from UCLA. He going to SC already. We already know. He said he wanted to stay home.
I will say this. And by the way, we are talking to the number one cornerback recruit, Devin Kirkwood, UCLA Bruin. I remember when we interviewed you and you told me you grew up a UCLA fan, a Bruin fan. Your mom was a Bruin fan. Your family was a Bruin fan. And that's where you wanted to go. So I was very surprised when I heard that you were interested in possibly going to USC. I was like, wow, you hated USC. And you told me you were not going to go and play for USC. There was no thought in your mind to go play at USC. And your mom said, I remember your mom saying, there's no way my son is going to go play for USC. And she went to school at USC. So
yeah, so
it's crazy. I was like, wait a second. When Jillian told me he might be committing to USC, I was like, what? He told me he wasn't going there. So I was shocked when I heard that. And then she says, well, his signing day, we'll go out live on his signing day. There was a problem with your signing day, but I was happy that you picked UCLA. I think you're going to a coach, Chip Kelly, who has coached in the NFL. He was very successful. Everybody says he wasn't successful in the NFL. If you look at his record, he was successful in the NFL. A very good offensive mind, and he always brings in good defensive coordinators. I think being that it's Coach Kelly and he has the experience in the NFL, I think he's going to develop your skills. I think he's going to make you a great player.
Yes, and I also picked UCLA because I love his connections. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't see nobody having Bill Belichick in his office or going out to dinner with Bill Belichick like that on the regular. I was like, when I saw that the Patriots was up there sometimes when they was in town training up at UCLA, I was like, I want to be there when the NFL people come out there, like Odell, all them. I want to go against them sometimes, ask them some questions. Like I want to widen my horizon with all this stuff, because then it makes it easier for me, like going against the college receivers and then also knowing what the NFL receivers do. So then it makes the game way slower against the college receivers, because then you'll be like, he'll show you like he breaks down here. That must mean he's not like he's going to fully commit to somewhere else. Or if he tries to shake you at the line, he has a certain amount of time because it's a timing route now. Because now if he gave you all this, that means he got one way to go. Mm-hmm.
Well,
he got to get out his break.
Let's just hope you don't go to the Patriots, okay? Let's just hope. That would make me very upset because I'm a fan of yours. You're a fan you're a friend of the show. You're a friend on me on social media. I follow you. I want you to succeed. I want you to become the best cornerback in the NFL, the best cornerback in college football. I do not want to see you go to the Patriots and play for Bill Belichick. I'm sorry. I
don't like the Patriots, but if that happened, I don't really want it to happen, but because it is cold out there. But
so wait a second. Hold on 1 second. Because it's cold, if the Jets draft you, you don't want to go to the Jets?
I go to the Jets.
All right.
I used to play for the Inglewood Jets.
Okay.
Inglewood Jets, Paul Warner team.
Oh, well, I'm just letting you know because I'm going to reach out to Joe Douglas. I'm going to do everything I possibly can that in 3 years from now, when you become eligible for the NFL draft, then I'm going to be like, Douglas or Robert Saleh, Coach Saleh. I'm going to say, Saleh, get this kid, draft this kid. This kid is for real. I love this kid. I think this kid is going to be a superstar in the NFL. I love your personality. I love your just everything about you. Your mom. You're a very confident guy, and the person that you are, and your personality that brings out everything about you tells me that you're going to be a star, and it's going to sell me that you're going to be a star in college football and the NFL.
Yes, that's the whole plan. Cause I grinding every day, wake up, eat, sleep, literally work out, and just try and get bigger. That's all I literally been doing. Cause if I want to be great, you can't really take no days off.
Nice. A lot of people say that.
Yeah, like I really kind of had played my last tournament like 2 weekends ago. Went out there. It was in Arizona, so it was like a tournament. It was with this team called Red Rum. So we was out there playing, and the teams we were playing against was so-called FSP, one of the top 7-on-7 teams was out there. So I'm like,
I've heard of them.
Dang, our team just came together. All the cameras was on me. They was like the best corners out here playing. I'm like, dang. I'm like, I gotta really show out. So I literally went the first day, had no balls called on me at all. So I was like, dang, this is really crazy. I'm like, I'm taking a movie on the field. So next day comes, we playing against some team. We got played like 5 games to make it to the championship. So we beat all 5 teams, and I still had 0 balls called on me. They wasn't even really looking my way. It was funny. I had a coach yell at his players saying, "You can't beat 6'3". Why are you throwing it his way?" I was just like, hey. But what really stood out to me that whole tournament was after we won was like a parent and her son and her husband came up to me and told me that they really like my playing style and like my grind and how I carry myself on the field. Like they say, like I talk trash, but then I'd be like, nah, I'm just serious, and I'm just straight serious, like I'm ready to go. And it'd be like they say I always have a smile on my face, and that like I'm always upbeat to where I'm always ready to play and ready to stay on the grind. And that stood a lot to me in my heart because it was like she told me that she believes that I can make it to the NFL, and I was like, dang, like you just saw me for 2 days, and you was like, you really believe because of how much hard work I've shown on this field today, these past 2 days. Her son was taking pictures with me and all. I was like, that was really like one of my biggest moments because it was like now I see my brand is actually spreading, not just being in LA and Arizona, all around LA. It's actually spreading to Washington, all over the place. I'm like, now people are actually knowing Devin Kirkwood, the last name, just like right there. Devin Kirkwood.
The Pac-12 will know you well when you lock down their best receivers. Don't worry.
Woo.
By the way, we are talking to the #1 cornerback recruit, UCLA Bruins, Devin Kirkwood.
So you were showing us the jersey in the interview now, and also you were showing it to me when I was setting up for the interview, and also you had a ring for it. So tell the fans about the significance of that, and maybe some of the backstories behind how you ended up getting that All-American jersey you got there.
So it started freshman year. I was like, I wasn't the smartest kid, and I wasn't the fastest kid on the football field. So everybody looked at me like he's not really going to be a football player. He's going to be like a student. He's just playing football right now because like his height and he's not that strong. So I'm like, all right. So freshman goes by, and I'm like, man, I really hope I can make it to college because that's every kid's dream. So I'm like, man, every day it was going through my head like I want to make it to college. I want to be on the Sarah Wall. I want to be on the Sarah Wall for All-Americans with Robert Woods and Dory Jackson, Marquise Lee. I want to be one of them kids that be up there. So I'm like, all right. So then it was my sophomore year came, and it was like right after the season, we played Bosco. Then we lost, and I was really mad. I was like, dang, I really didn't get to play. So I'm about to transfer. I'm transferring. I'm going somewhere else. But my head coach and Coach Marv had talked to me and got me to stay. They was like, Dev, you're going to be a really big name recruit. Just wait until the spring. You'll see. So the spring came after I trained with Ground Zero for like a while. And then all of a sudden the offers had showed up and I was like, wow, like I ended up with 8 offers. And then I was like, dang, I'm extremely blessed. First offer. Oh, you got to always remember the first offer. Nevada. That was like my very first offer. That had me in tears because it was like, dang, like the hard work is paying off, but I want to be the best corner in my class. So I got to keep working. So then, by the way, I wasn't even really a corner at first. I was a receiver. I was an athlete, so I was really playing offense and then a little bit of defense. They just put me at corner because I actually was kind of able to stick somebody. So I was playing receiver, and then it was like, a college coach told me, he's like, have you ever thought about playing corner? I was like, no, I'm 6'3". Why do I want to play defense? So I'm like, nah, I don't want to play corner. But then Coach Brown talked to me and he was like, Dad, you being 6'3" and being able to have good feet and have good technique, 6'3", you can go to the league like that. I'm like, everybody's telling me like, Dad, play defense. I'm like, fine, I'm gonna play defense. So I just forget offense. I focused in on defense. So I'm like, all right, I got right. And then my sophomore semester, second semester, it was like right before summer, I got SC. That was my biggest offer at that time. And I'm like, I went to the SC camp, balled out, and got the offer. I'm like, man, that's crazy. And then right after, I went to the UCLA camp, balled out at the UCLA camp. And then Chip Kelly was like, I really like your playing style. I like all the things about you. And I'm like, dang. But he ain't offered me. I was like, wait a minute. You said you liked everything about me, but you didn't offer me. Okay. So then it was summer ball coming around. He came to our first summer ball practice. And he saw me practice again. He was like, Dad, I like you a lot. And I'm like, Coach, you keep saying this. Like, you're the school that I grew up liking. Like, come on, Coach. So then junior year came and we played our season. We started off really good, and then we had a lot of injuries. So then we didn't finish how we wanted to finish. But I was like, okay. So this is my last year 7-on-7 for Ground Zero. So I played with Ground Zero. We went out to Florida. We got whooped the first night. I'm not even gonna cap about that. We got whooped. And then we came back to the tournament. We played like a scrimmage. We lost. They blew us out. They was talking all trash about us on the internet. Like, oh, Ground Zero, LA people weak. They was like, they not good. I was like, dang, you saying we not good? So then we played them. So we go to the next day on Saturday. We play them. We play all the teams from out there. We're second seed. We're right behind DEFCON. So we played DEFCON the next day. We beat them 24-7. All of a sudden, everybody's like, LA still good, not good. We was like, y'all whooped us in a scrimmage, and then we come out and beat y'all in a tournament in your home turf and just win the whole tournament. That was one of a big moment for me. And then going to the Under Armour All-American camp,
right,
balling out, and then I didn't even get the invite that day. They didn't even invite me that day. They was like, Dev, we're going to stay in touch with you. We're gonna get you. They was like, we like your playing style. We like all that. And I was like, dang. Why didn't y'all get? I was like, all right, this whatever.
I'm gonna make a shirt. I'm gonna make a shirt for you. It's gonna say "dang." Okay, it's gonna say "dang." I'm actually gonna make a shirt for you. I'm gonna send it out to you, and it's gonna say "dang." I'm seriously gonna do it. I think it's funny. I think that is your line. It's Devin Dang Kirkwood.
Devin Dang Kirkwood.
Devin Dang Kirkwood.